What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Izzy, and today I thought it would be really fun to do a chatty get ready with me video because it's been a really long time since I've talked about my makeup routine at all, so I thought I could do an updated makeup routine. And I put a question box on my stories the other day asking people to just like send in random questions, anything that they wanted to know about me or ask about, so I have a bunch of questions from you guys to answer. So I'll do that throughout this video as well, and hopefully you can get to know me better. Apologies in advance, there's some construction across the street and clearly I'm sitting right by the window because this is the best lighting in my apartment. So if you can hear the construction in the background, my apologies. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, because I have some time, is a little eye mask. This one is from Peter Thomas Roth. It's like the gold, luxurious little eye patches, and I'm actually obsessed with them. I swear they work. Like a lot of eye masks, I'm like, oh yeah, sure, they feel nice and cool and like good under your eyes, but like these little ones, I actually think that they work wonders because I have dark circles under my eyes and I really like them, and you can buy them on Amazon, which is awesome. And by the way, I'm gonna link absolutely everything that I use in this video in the description so you guys can like find it really easily. And I'll put all the names down there as well, just so you know what I'm talking about. So I usually let these guys sit for like 10 to 15 minutes. So while I do that, I figure, why don't I answer the first question? Okay, the first question was asking about my updated skincare routine to go along with my updated makeup routine. So I'm gonna kind of talk about some of my favorite skincare products that I use like before makeup as well, and then I can also talk a little bit about my nighttime skincare routine as well. So like obviously this is the first one, Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold pure luxury lift and firm hydrogel eye patches. Love these, love, love, love. The next two products that I use religiously, one of them I'm gonna show you like how I mix in my bronzing drops with it in a second. The Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum. Obsessed. I've been using it for a couple months now and I absolutely love it. I have it in a travel size as well. I use it morning and night. It's the best thing ever. My skin has never been smoother, so I honestly can't recommend this more. Also, you'll see like my obsession with Charlotte Tilbury is very real. It's pretty much like more than half my makeup products, and I love their skincare line too. Like this is the Magic Serum, and then I have the Magic Cream as well, and they have like an eye cream too that's also really, really good. I honestly can't say enough good things about their skincare line. I love it. And then the other one, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know how much I love Drunk Elephant as well. I really like their polypeptide cream if I need something like thicker. And I love, 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 love their vitamin C serum as well. I use that every morning. I used it earlier before I put these bad boys on as well. And then in the nighttime, I really like their, they have like I think it's a marula oil that I like to use with my gua sha tools. What else? I feel like those are the main ones. And then in terms of like face washes, I really like the Dermalogica gel cleanser. And they're like, they have like a daily microfoliant as well. It's like an exfoliator, like really, really light exfoliator. I really like their products for that as well. I've also been loving Fenty Beauty's, it's called, I had to go grab it because I couldn't think of what it was called. It's called Melt Off. It's a jelly oil makeup melting cleanser. I just recently got theirs and it's awesome for taking your makeup off. I like really, really love it. So I've been using that as well. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna take these guys off. I feel like they've worked their magic. My skin feels great. And I'm gonna start my makeup routine now. Okay, so I finally got my hands on the bronzing drops from Drunk Elephant. They were sold out for so long, and they have really mixed reviews on TikTok. Some people hate them, some people love them, and there's not really anything in between. So I wanted to try them for myself. I really like them. It's not like super intensely like tanning. It just kind of adds a little glow, gives you a little bit of color, makes you look like you haven't just endured an entire winter. So that's like what I like them for, just as like a base underneath my makeup. So I actually use my Magic Serum. I played around with the polypeptide cream as well, because like you're supposed to mix the bronzing drops with something before you put them on. You don't just put them straight on your face. You're supposed to mix them with like some kind of moisturizer. I found that with the polypeptide cream, I looked too like oily. It was too thick of a cream and it made my skin really oily. So I've been using it with the Magic Serum. I just put like a couple drops, literally just a couple. Like not much at all. I just put a couple drops of these as well. It doesn't look like much. It looks like a little bird poo. And then mix it around and just put it on. That actually probably wasn't quite enough, but that's okay. I'm fully using my camera as a mirror, so if it looks like I'm staring into your soul, that's why. See, I feel like it just gives like a nice little glow. I try to mix them into my neck too, just so that I don't look like brown and white. I just like it, especially in the winter. I feel like it's nice to just have like a little bit of a base, you know? All right, next up, I use Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter as my base. The shade, I think it's 2.5. Yes, 2.5. And I really like it. It's not, I've never been a foundation girl. If you follow me for a long time, you know that I didn't even used to wear like any face makeup really at all. So this was a big step for me starting to use this. I really like it. It just gives your face like a flawless filter, for lack of a better description. It just like looks nice and smooth on the skin, so I really like it. But it doesn't like coat your face and make it feel really heavy, because I'm always scared of, I have like pretty good skin, and I'm always scared that if I put like too much crap on my face that I'm gonna start to break out, and this stuff doesn't seem to do that to me, so I really like it. I never used to be like a huge makeup girly. I feel like in the last like probably 3-4 months I've really like started taking a big interest in makeup, and just like watching so many different like TikTok tutorials, honestly, and like TikTok videos that come up on my For You page have like influenced me to like take more of an interest in makeup. And I honestly find it so therapeutic now. Like I actually enjoy doing my makeup, which like I didn't used to at all, so it's like newer for me. So I don't claim to be any kind of expert or anything at all, but I like learning new things. Okay, then it's time for a little concealer. I use the Kosas concealer. I have it in 2 different shades actually. This one is like the slightly darker one, since I am a little bit more tan from my trip to Mexico. I have a lighter one for when I'm less tanned. I like this concealer. It's not like super intensely heavy coverage. I probably could use like a slightly like bigger, better coverage one, but that's okay. This one's, it's good. I like it. Just put a little bit in the corners and the sides. Sometimes I put like a little bit on my nose and chin and stuff, but we're not gonna do that today. I'm gonna let that sit for a little minute while I contour. This is the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, which I just recently started using, and I really like it. I also use the Maybelline, like, I don't even know the name of it, but it's a concealer that's like a really dark shade that people use as a contour. I do that sometimes too for just something like a little bit lighter, but this is my favorite. Okay, while I'm blending this in, I'm going to answer another question, which was, who are your biggest style inspos? I feel like I have a few, and I feel like I get style inspiration from like different places, but in terms of like creators, I feel like one of the biggest that I'm inspired by right now is Elsa Hosk. I just love her style. I think she's so cool. And now she has her own clothing brand too called Helsa that's sold on Revolve. She has really good taste in like clothes. She's always on top of trends, and she also has really good home style. Her house literally looks like a show home. It's insane. It's so cool. So I have been looking to her a lot lately. And I also, Matilda Djerf, obviously everyone knows Matilda Djerf. I've looked to her page for style inspo for years. She just has like really easy, like laid back style. And then another creator that I love, that I've loved for years as well, she's more like minimalistic, but she's like super trendy, like very, very aesthetic feed, is Hannah Schonberg. If you don't follow her, you probably should. She travels a lot too, so I always look to her for like travel inspo and stuff, and like she's in a relationship with a really cute guy as well, so I feel like I look to them for like couples inspo and like different things like that. So those are probably my 3 like creators that I look to. In terms of celebrities, like I always am checking like Bella Hadid and Hailey Bieber's Instagrams to see like what kind of stuff they're posting. And then I feel like I just do a lot of research. I like to go on pages that carry lots of designer brands like Essence, My Teresa, and like Forward, and go through like the brands that are trending and just kind of see what pieces are out there, and then like try to get a feel for like what's in style that way, like what's coming in from the new seasons. And then I've been paying way more attention to like the fashion shows each season, so like in the fall like Paris, Milan, New York Fashion Week and stuff, and like paying a lot more attention of like what's going to be in the next season kind of thing. So I feel like that's what I've been up to. Okay, now that the contour is blended in, I'm going to blend my concealer with a beauty sponge. I probably should get a new one soon. This one's getting a little bit dirty, but I have like a pack of them from Amazon. It's the best way to buy them, in my opinion. Except for last time I tried to buy, if you follow me on Instagram, actually I think it might have been on my close friends, I tried to buy beauty sponges on Amazon, and they came and there was a pack of 2 and they were literally like this big. It's like, what are these, beauty blenders for ants? Okay, next we are doing blush. I just did a tutorial on this blush on my TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, I feel like I post a lot of like makeup beauty content over there. I do a lot of like chatty get ready with me's that are like shorter. So if you're ever interested in that, definitely check out my TikTok. So I already like did a tutorial on this. I'm obsessed with this blush. He came up on my For You page, Patrick Ta, that is, and like demoed how to put this blush on, and I was like, I'm gonna need that. So this is the shade She's a Doll. Very, very like pink, so you don't really need a lot of the powder. But so I should say Patrick Ta's philosophy is that like you should do powder products first before you do cream products, which is like mind-blowing for me because I've always done the opposite. So that was like very new for me. So powder first and then the cream blush after, which is the top one here. You're supposed to do it with a wet beauty sponge, so I'm just gonna go wet mine really quickly. Okay, we have a damp beauty sponge. Dab, 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 dab. And it just gives you like a glowy kind of look. Like I said, this one's quite like bright pink, so sometimes I end up like wiping some of it off because it's like quite pink, but I just love how it like looks like skin after. Like it looks very like natural and subtle. This side's a bit intense, I need to maybe wipe some of it off, but we love. Okay, the next question was about me and Chris's honeymoon, which is coming up soon. Finally, we're going on our honeymoon. I'm just doing highlighter now. This is Dior, the Dior Backstage palette. I've had this for so long that like it's literally falling apart. But I love it. I will use it until it absolutely dies. So yes, honeymoon. So we have finished our itinerary, finalized it. It's coming up in June, and we have booked all the flights. We've booked all of the accommodations and everything like that, and we booked like a rental car. So we're going to Portugal, we're going to Italy, and we're going to Greece. I don't know why this is so hard for me right now. My brain's like not working. But we're flying into Portugal first, and we're going back to Lisbon and Lagos, which are like 2 of our favorite places. We haven't been there in a while. And then we are going to Italy. We're flying to Rome. We're renting a car, driving down to the Amalfi Coast, and then we're driving to the other side of Italy, like the Puglia area, and spending a few days there. And then we are flying out of Bari to Santorini, and then spending like 4 days there before we come home. So it should be epic. I'm so excited for all of the content opportunities. I know Chris is already dreading taking my photo a million times a day, but he'll survive. I realized that I forgot to add some blush on my eyes. Sometimes I take like the Patrick Ta, the cream blush, and I just like add it to my eyes, like around here. Just gives them like a little something something instead of eyeshadow, because when I'm doing like my everyday makeup routine, which this is, I don't usually do eyeshadow. That's more of like a night out kind of thing for me. Okay, next we're going to set. I sometimes like to do my setting powder before I do like brow gel and mascara, just because sometimes I find it like the setting powder like gets stuck in my eyebrows and it's just not a vibe. Oh my god, this is overflowing. This is the Givenchy setting powder. My friend Bailey influenced me to get it. I do really like it. I can't see what I'm doing here, but it's just a nice shade. I really like it. I feel like I do need to like carry it in my bag though, because sometimes I find that I get like a little bit oily during the day, but I do really like this stuff out of that. This is what it looks like. Okay, next up we're doing some brow gel. This is the Makeup by Mario brow gel. It's not my favorite ever, to be honest. Like I'm gonna use it up and then I might try something different. I just find this one gets kind of like not sticky, but it just like turns to like kind of gluey and I'm not loving it. But I also want to try getting my brows laminated, so if anyone happens to have any recommendations of where to do that in Vancouver, I would like to try it. It's time for lashes. It's gonna be hard without a proper mirror, but we're gonna do our best. Never used to use a lash curler because I was a big lash extension girly. I think I talked about this actually in one of my other vlog videos, but I do really think that using a lash curler makes a difference. Like, look at that side, that side. I did have a bit of mascara on my lashes from yesterday that I didn't properly get off, so whoops. But yeah, like those ones look way better. So the next question, someone asked me what it's like to be in a relationship for 8 years because Chris and I just had our 8-year anniversary of being together, not our wedding anniversary, obviously. We just hit 6 months of being married though. I feel like an old lady. But honestly, like, it just feels easy. I think that's the best way to describe it. I was like thinking about how to describe it, and I think it's just easy. Like, I think that when you're with the right person, everything just feels really easy. Like, it's always been easy with him. Like, we get along really well. We obviously argue every once in a while, but we don't get in like yelling matches or anything. Like, we're not really like that. We balance each other out really well. I'm definitely more like anxious than he is. He's very grounded, and he's more spontaneous than me too. So he's like taught me a lot that way, whereas I'm more of a planner. So I've also taught him stuff that way. We're just a really good match for each other, and it's easy, and we've never really like lost the spark. A lot of people have like a honeymoon phase and then it kind of like fizzles out, for lack of a better term, or like they just feel like they've kind of like lost the spark and they're like, okay, their honeymoon phase is over. But I don't really feel like we ever had that. Like, it's always just been good, always. We never really lost like the spark or whatever, and he's my best friend, so it's great. The long version is that, and the short answer is being in an 8-year relationship is great. It's drama free, it's awesome. He's my best friend, he's my person, and yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, next we're doing setting spray, the Charlotte Tilbury, the best setting spray. I like the smell of it too. It smells really like fresh and fruity, which is really nice. All right, on to lip combo. I've recently discovered, like in the last little bit, like a pretty good lip combo. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Liner. I had this back in the fall, and then I thought I lost it, but I actually found it again recently. Can't talk and do this at the same time. So yeah, I've been using this for a little bit. I really like the color. It looks good with like any colored gloss or lipstick underneath. Then I've been using this Buxom Plump Shot lip plumper gloss situation. I feel like I might have spoken about this before on a previous vlog as well, so if I'm repeating myself, you guys know that I must really like this product. But yeah, I put this on. It works really well as a plumper. I got like a sample size one from Sephora using points or something, and I used it so much, and then I went back and bought the full size because I love it, and I influenced my best friend Jill to get it as well, and she loves it too. So I put that on. It gets really tingly, makes your lips nice and plump. I love it. And then I have been finishing with this Dior lipstick. I don't know, oh, here's the name. Dior Addict Metallic Silver. I don't know if that's the name of the shade, but I'll put it down in the description below if I've gotten it wrong. But it's just like a nice nude color, nude-ish pink. And I think it blends like really nicely with the liner. Okay, that's the finished makeup look. It is, like I said, just like an everyday makeup look. It's not too intense. I could add probably some eyeliner, which actually I want to start doing. That's probably the next thing I'm going to experiment with on TikTok and stuff. I just need to find a good brush for eyeliner. I'm terrible with eye stuff, so I always get my friends to help me with that. So I'm gonna experiment with more eyeliner, and then like I said, eyeshadow is more of like a going out thing for me, but I have the Makeup by Mario Ethereal palette, and it is stunning. I love it. But yeah, if you want to see more of this kind of content, definitely follow my TikTok because I'm posting like at least one get ready with me per week. And I'm always posting like new skincare makeup products that I've got that I'm loving over there as well, so don't forget to check that out. If you are into travel vlogs and that sort of thing, I have so many trips coming up this year. I was just talking about my honeymoon. You better believe there are going to be probably 3 different vlogs of that trip, because I need to vlog every country we go to and like everywhere we go and eat and see and all that fun stuff. So don't forget to subscribe because I feel like you'll miss out if you don't. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. I post lots of fashion and lifestyle content over there. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.